With the orange collar? Yeah, dude, this cat I found at my pool, at my apartment pool. Yeah, I texted my mom after she said, we're not taking any more cats. And I had to rescue this cat, dude. I brought it to the farm, and then once that happened, I knew my mom wasn't gonna be able to say no. And coincidentally, my mom's like, this is the coolest cat we have. And yeah, I guess from what my mom says, he's got some character to him.
Everybody, what you've been rooting in.
Oh, my sweet baby girl.
Hi everyone, welcome to the farm.
Your ride awaits.
Okay, I thought that was my music.
How are you guys doing?
We're wonderful.
Yeah, we're
So
trying.
we are in late spring, or not, we're not even late spring, are we? Early spring? Early spring, so yes, we've got lots of things blooming right now. Still a little bit of the trees have not, they're still in dormant. Here's our main tour. So basically, this is where Steve and I have been nesting for the last couple of years while we've been working on the farm and getting things ready. And Okie Grown Farms is not a marijuana farm. And true story, we actually had an armored truck that contacted us to bring us a bunch of cash, and they confused us with another farm that was called Okie Grown, but we should just taken the cash and maybe, they wouldn't have noticed, I don't know. But we are basically an Airbnb, and we house many people that are all over the region here, from Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, some locals. We have several animals on property that people can enjoy and have a true hands-on experience here at the farm. This is basically the child of Clean Freaks, because without having our team of people to make this happen, this would not be possible. So right now, our first stop is going to be our new area, and excuse that's a couple of the dogs there that are barking. But it started out with just this critter coop, and what that housed was the overflow of kittens and really adult cats, actually, barn cats that we had, so that whenever they came out of their 3-week quarantine and were released onto the property as barn cat, they had a safe place, another safe place to go. It also houses some of the critters that are wildlife, such as possums. So I have actually some funny videos of some possums that have come in here, especially in the winter time. And then it's going to be the new home to 3 goats that are coming tomorrow, which is kind of just back here. Hi, God, hi, Wrigley. We have 2 rescue dogs and then our own dog named Wrigley. And then we have our new goat house that was just built a few days ago. So the goats will have the run of this area back here, but until they get comfortable enough to where we can release them out into the main pasture area so they can roam and hang out. So, and all of our animals, we sort of rotate them so that they can have free range and they're not just stuck in pens all day. So over to our right is our front pasture, and we rotate our animals from the front to the back, and then they have a middle section area that's kind of more of a dry lot. But we've got our alpacas and llamas that are grazing, and we've got our mini donkeys and pony. To the left here, hi bud. You're such a pretty boy. As just a little biology kind of thing. He had one of his testicles was lodged up into his abdomen, and we had to have surgery for him to be able to be fixed. So all of our animals, all of our males have been, we don't breed or do anything like that, but they've been spayed or neutered. Here we're coming up to the main part of the house. This is the main house, so we call it, but this is the area that is rented out. When we have people that come as guests, really what they're doing is they help fund having all the animals here, because it is incredibly expensive to pay for all the vet bills, house them, feed them, and just the maintenance of the animals. And most of our people now are booking again and again, which is awesome, so that they feel like this is like their home away from home. And that's really what we set up to do, is that people can come here, instead of buying their own farm and having to maintain everything, we take care of all of that. And when they come time and time again, we actually have pictures of families and couples that have come and stayed, and we have them on the wall, so when they come back they feel like they're part of this whole thing that we're doing here. This is just kind of our hangout area where we have our hot tub and swimming pool and fire pit, outdoor TV. But in this area, this has been the alpaca llama area over the winter, and so now we are in the process of cleaning it. So there's lots of cleaning that goes on around here. Steve does the majority of all of that, thank God. So we're always constantly cleaning and reorganizing, and then it's cleaning and feeding and reorganizing, and then the circle goes on and on and on, and it always will. But we've got a couple of barn cats up here that are just chilling out. And Roscoe, this is Dolly, like Dolly Parton. And Roscoe. A lot of people ask what kind of cow Roscoe is, and he is a Highland, Scottish Highland. They, as you can see in this area, this has just been from months of layering with hay when they've been fed, so we moved our hay bale to the left. The pigs love this area to root in, and that will be cleaned up. So it's a mess. Perfect for a clean freak. Hi, Bella. What you doing? Without Steve. And also, like I said, with our team, because when I'm away from Clean Freaks, this is what I'm doing. And Steve takes care of all of the maintenance. Would you say you're the official pooper scooper? And so whenever I'm away from here, Steve takes care of all the things that are here at the farm. So we have our main guest house right here. This was a shed at one time, and so what we did was we finished out the interior. It's nothing super fancy, but we just kind of did it on a budget. It has like a little off-grid bathroom. This has housed a lot of our foster kittens that we've had from various shelters and organizations. Last year we had about 30 kittens that we fostered, and they were transported to a couple of different states, which was awesome. Oh, he's a little girly. Okay, come on, it's nice out. Let's go outside for a minute. That's Baby Lee.
Baby Lee.
Baby Lee. And somehow I think that they know that they've probably been rescued or something goes on, because then I have Pete, the other cat, who was rescued from Colby, and it was funny because when he called me, he said, "Isn't this what you do, Mom? Isn't you rescue animals?" And well, no, not. I mean, I do, but I don't. We're not really set up that way, but it's just a labor of love. And how can you say no sometimes? Okay, girl, you want to follow us?
It's my peaceful place.
Yeah.
You know, I come out here all the time. Love to bring Daisy out here. My best friend pet sets when Tracy and Steve travel, and I come out with her and watch her go around in the ice and the snow, and busted my butt over there right in the middle of the hay, and I have pictures of me with all. So I've experienced all of it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm really going through a hard time, this is my go-to place.
Bo and Luke were my first farm pets that I got. They came to the farm when they were 5 weeks old, and now they are you guys 3.5 years old? Well, you know, you're 3 years old. And Bo now is probably 225 pounds-ish. We're looking forward to everything blooming out here. It seems like every day we have some new things blooming. This tree just bloomed. This is the part of the property that it's hard to grow grass because there's so much rock back here, and all the rock and things you see are things that have been excavated when we were doing projects. These are the animals' pens. Again, the other pigs are actually out running around out here. Bo and Luke probably have already had some time out front, which is probably why they're in their pen right now, but they get to free roam out here, so they're not just stuck in these pens all day long. When it's bad weather, of course, we put them in there. But yeah, are you guys okay back there? Okay. Girl, how are you? So are you having a wonderful time? So what she's doing is what all pigs need to do. People get little pot bellies and they think they're not going to get very big, and then I don't know what their story is, but once they get a certain size, it's harder to maintain them because they really do. They want to root, unless you have space. They want to do this and they want to root, and they need to do that because that's where they get a lot of their minerals and iron and stuff from, is from the ground. Y'all holding on now?
Good.
Okay, so in this space over here, we kind of created an area just to chill out, and there's like a little cabana area, a canvas tent area, and an actual outhouse down here with a fire pit and some huge fire pit area over here. We have had to clear a lot of brush and things from this side of the property so that it was very, very overgrown. Oh, guys. Oh, he's a good in there, isn't he? Okay, Grumpy. This is kind of a grumpy one. This is cuter. Dog attack or something like that. They came from the animal shelter. It's hard to know. They're not like horses where you can kind of tell their age. Pigs are a little bit different, and I'm not sure how old they are, but we just committed to just giving them the best life possible. as long as we can. Grumpy old man. He looks like a grumpy old man, doesn't he?